Same one. Well, here we are, back on the dock, and the sun's shining. All that mist has burned off, and we've got Grant Warrington from Stefan Racing. Grant, what's this for you? This is going to be a fast race.
Oh wow, you were pretty excited, Crosby. It's I've got Berger on board taking some photos for us.
Berger, the epic cameraman.
Yeah, and he was just reminding me 1999 was the last race he did with us, and it was almost the identical forecast, right? It was the same race.
That's the one with the extraordinary pictures of you guys absolutely flying.
Yeah, you're thinking about Speezy in the Volvo 60. They had, and Barney was on board, Barney Walker, and they broke the record that year. So we ended up third. Brenda Bella beat us, but we did lead out the heads. I don't think we can do that again this year.
I was going to say. So, what's this mean for you guys, particularly?
Look, it's probably not the greatest forecast for us. We actually just need to get belted in the face by a southerly, but it's nice to get down there quick. It'd be nice to do the race in a day and a half. So, we're really looking forward to it.
Okay, well, go well, and we'll look forward to seeing you down there.
Thanks very
much. All the best.
Good on you. Cheers.
We'll head off. Thanks very much. Righto, so let's go and say a few more hellos. Thanks for that, Warren. So we'll head up this direction, see who we can get. So that was Grant Warrington off Stefan Racing, the very colourful Stefan Racing you can see here, all getting themselves prepped. So we've got David Gotts's No Limit here. And now, oh look, here we go. We've got the pictures of the crew at the back here. So, Coco, how are you?
Very well indeed.
Oh, sorry, have you finished the pictures first? Absolutely, yes, sorry, interrupting. Got to get the... All right, cool. Thank you very much indeed. Coco, this is going to be an interesting race. What's it mean for you guys? Presumably a good run for you.
I think that I like the a little bit lighter for us because the TPs will be as fast, if not faster than us, when we get over sort of 20-25 knots of breeze, because they'll plane and we don't plane. So from our point of view, the first half of the race is in our favour, but the second half I think will play more into the TPs. But look, we can only work on the boats our size. We've got very good boats like No Limit alongside us here, and Sean Langman, URM. We'll try and hold on to them because they're obviously a bit longer and will get away from us slowly. But
and if you were going to make a pick on the overall?
On line honours?
No, on overall.
Overall, probably Caro.
Seems to be the favourite at the moment. And I was talking to Billy Merrington. He was talking about, if it gets over 35s, the TPs have to wind it back a bit. Is it going to get that high, do you think, or not?
Yes, our forecast has it getting into the 30s. I mean, when they say gale force is over 30 knots. So yes, we have, and it'll compress on the Tasmanian coast. So when our routing has us getting there when it's going to be pretty windy. So I wouldn't be surprised if we're coming in 30, 35 knots. And I would be surprised if any boat's not backing off in those conditions. Yeah, especially when the seas build up around Tasman Island. Yeah.
All right, we'll go well and look forward to seeing you down there.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Good on you.
So that's Michael Coxon. And is that Holly? Holly? G'day, Crosby Lorimer from Bow Caddy Media. Can you spare me 1 minute just to say hello? So I understand you're sailing with your dad, David Griffith, is that right?
I sure am, yep. It's our first race together and it'll be a big day for us, I think.
And why did it take it this long to be the first race?
Because A, I didn't think I could do it, and B, he would never allow me onto it.
Well, you've picked a bloody good boat to be on, I have to say. It's going to be fast. Are you all prepped? How much time have you been spending offshore?
We've spent a huge amount of time preparing. There's so much effort that goes into this race. It's a huge labour of love. And I think we're as ready as we'll ever be. So it's exciting.
Well done. Well, good luck and hope you stay safe and look forward to seeing you in Hobart.
Thanks, guys. I'll see you on the other side. Bye.
See ya. Righty-ho. So that's Holly Griffiths. That's David Griffiths' daughter who's joining him. So the owner of Whisper. Chinese Whisper, as she used to be known. Now Whisper. Always difficult to track the name changes. So we're just going to sort of wander our way down here and see if we can see the guys from... there's Sam. I think we'll let Sam go.
How are you?
Good, thanks. And you?
Yeah.
Hey Grant, how are you? Grant Simmer. It's a bit of a sort of line of legends. Grant Simmer, who's sailing with Whisper on the way down. And we've got Crush here from WA. Nice to see you guys. Excuse me, we're just going to have a quick chat. What's your name? David Crosby-Lorimer from Balcaddy Media. Nice to see you this side of the continent. How are you going?
Yeah, we're good. We're excited.
Boats all ready?
Yes, pretty much.
And it's had a pretty good track record already anyway in the Hobart, so you must be feeling good about that?
Yes, yeah, we are. Yep.
Good. And weather forecast good for you?
It suits the boat well, yes.
Yeah.
We haven't sort of sailed in these conditions on this side of the country, so it'll be a good test for us, really, I suppose. Yeah.
Go well. Look forward to seeing you in Hobart.
Thank you.
Cheers. So that's Crush WA Boats. Here's Caro, the legendary Caro. Good reason why people are talking about Caro, because one of the people missing this year is Matt Allen with Ichiban, having had a couple of wins at least in the overalls. And this is the top rating TP52 at the moment. Max Klink's Caro, and seems to be definitely the favourite amongst the TP52s. But hey, we'll see what happens as we go. Right, Smuggler on our right, Seb Bohm, and now let's see if we can find Greenie. Greenie, any chance I can have a quick chat? Are we going to try and come on board? Or if you can come down this end, that'd be great. Sorry, mate. So, Mike Green, very good to see you here again.
Again. It's the annual event, isn't it?
And you were saying a little bit earlier that you're not sure about this weather pattern being settled. Explain that a bit for us.
Well, I just think that the decision hasn't been made of how strong it's actually going to be down towards the Tassie coast. I think we're going to hit the up to the 30s, but I'm a bit worried about the gust component that's going to be involved, as you always do down the Tassie coast. So just trying to work out which of the smaller sails we can actually take, because we've got 24 hours of lightish running, and then we've got to be able to survive the heavier stuff further down.
And I was talking to Billy Merrington earlier, and he was saying that sort of once you get over about 35, the TPs really could have to sail below polos. Is that right? Just put the nose in a lot?
Their type of TP52 do. So,
my apologies, different generation of TP52.
Different generations, yeah. We've got a lot more spring, so we can actually put the bow a lot lower, and which was proved when 2017, when we actually caught Ichiban in that race and nearly did her. But if the breeze had stayed a bit stronger, we might have been as far as that was concerned. But no, I'm happy with us, and I actually would like it to be blowing. So, yeah.
So what actually is the real danger for those other guys? Is it literally putting the nose in?
Yes, they're literally their nose is down. They're a lot flatter in their runs. Their transoms are a lot more powerful, so they actually lift up and actually push the nose down. So they'll be reefing and trying to go to A6s, and we'll still be on A4s and 4 mains. But so and getting down to 150 TWAs, and they're going to have to. What
would they be doing?
I'd imagine they'd be sailing 140s, 145s. They can't get that much lower, otherwise they just hit the wave. Now, waves are their enemy. For us, they're semi-friendly, so only semi-friendly. But
all right, well, good luck with it, and hope to see you in Hobart.
Thanks, mate. Cheers. Bye.
Cheers. Okay, so anyone not familiar with that expression, TWA, that's true wind angle. So what that fundamentally means is that the likes of Quest, which is an older generation TP52, can actually sail deeper. So if you're looking at velocity mate good, we're hoping to explain a little bit about that later, that fundamentally means you're actually getting to your final destination that bit faster. You're sailing a slightly shorter distance, maybe sacrificing a little bit of speed, but that means that's the go. So for those guys, they can sail 150s, but you can hear that the newer generation of TP52s are doing 135s, 140s and so forth. So that can be a big advantage. And the same thing's playing out in the 100-footers as well. If you look at Blackjack and Wild Oats 11, they can be sailing deeper than the big guys who basically need to use all their righting moment and sail slightly higher angles because they're going faster. We just might have a quick word with the guys from Warrior 1. G'day, Crosby-Lorimer here from Balcaddy Media. Just wondered whether we could have a very quick word for a second. I was. Yeah, surely. So this is Warrior 1, Newport, Rhode Island, and a very, very fast TP52, current generation, and here for the race, and obviously going to be taking this pretty seriously. I would be happy to speak to anybody, just a word or two, that'd be great. And as you can see then in the current configuration, so if you look at the cockpit on this generation compared to say something like Quest, sort of looking at where things like the winches are, most of these guys, that'd be great, thank you very much indeed. So most of these boats in the wider generation, which is the more current one, you'll see pretty beamy at the back. Fundamentally downwind, these guys are all stacked at the back here. With the bow, trying to keep the bow out. You were hearing Mike Green talking about that. Very wide beam, as he said. The danger here, especially in a running sea, is that basically makes the stern lift more readily. You've got a bowsprit in there as well, of course, which is well in front of the boat. So that's actually putting the kite and everything in there. So even if you recover from that, it's a question of whether you tear the asymmetrics and other things as well. So here we go. So who have we got here? Richard Clark, a tactician.
Four-time Canadian Olympian.
Great, thank you very much indeed, Richard. Just a very quick word. So Crosby Lorimer from Bowcaddy Media. What do you make of this forecast? It's going to be pretty fast, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's quite excited about it. Quite happy about it, and fortunate all at the same time. Feeling a bit lucky, come all this way, and we can't help but. As you get on the plane and prepare for this race, you can't help but thinking it's going to be us Southerly. We're going to beat all the way there. Can't keep going like this, right? So, yeah, feeling great.
And talking to a couple of the other guys from Guilo and others and saying, could be getting up above the 30s in the latter end of the thing. That's a bit of a test, isn't it, in these boats?
Yeah.
Especially in a seaway.
Yeah. You look at our sail chart and we don't really have, over 35 and into 40. We're like, I don't know. We haven't done much of that. So, it'll be a bit of an adventure and, it'll be that typical, you pushing hard and it is a race, but you got to, I think as probably you've heard a few times, in order to finish first, you must first finish. So, we'll certainly be conscious of that side of it. And why is it always at night? Why can't it be during the day?
As the media, I want to ask that question as well. It's painful. Just one quick question. So if it really gets up above 30, 35, typically what are you doing first? Are you putting slabs in the mainsail and then going down the A's, sort of smaller A's?
Very good question. You can tell your experience. We sort of had that conversation and it's easy to put a reef in.
Yeah.
So as theoretically, it might be one of those things that it says put a reef in and then peel the kite.
Yeah.
We might do it the opposite. Do the hard maneuver, maybe while it's still daylight, maybe while it's not getting crazy windy yet.
Yeah.
Do the spinnaker peel.
Yeah.
And then, for us, we'll peel to a fractional, and then that's all we can do from there. And then it's just keep tucking in the reefs and holding on.
And reefing downwind, how's that go?
We've had that. We've had that discussion. From somebody that will be driving in that change, the hard part is just you got to keep a bit of load on the boat. You got to sail a little hot so you can unload the main. So or find a really big wave. And the other thing we said was just do it in stages. Catch a wave, get the apparent forward, go a little bit, load up on the backside, get it surfing again. Yeah, big thing I said to the boys was you got to just don't let the reef be a distraction. Keep trimming, right? Keep the primary, the front sail going. Don't get distracted. I think you just do it in stages and you'll get there.
Great. Well, thanks so much, Richard. Really appreciate that and good luck and hope to see you all in Hobart. Well done, guys. Lovely to see you here. Righto, well, I think we'll call that quits for now. That's a good walk around amongst the fast guys. So now we're going to go and have a look at the rest of the fleet. Excuse me. Go and see the two-handers and see who else we can go and have a chat to.